It's Heather at Happy Tales Tarot. There we go. He's made an appearance already, trying to go after those feathers that I put there. I knew it was the wrong thing to do. That's Popeye. He is definitely one of, we'll just take these away and put them up. Give me one moment. I somehow knew that was a mistake to put those feathers there, but I wanted to because it looks so pretty. So I have 3 pile choices. I'm assuming that Popeye is going to settle down here in a minute and get out of our way, but if not, I will show you the 2 different choices, or the 3 different choices that we have. But first, I just want to let you guys know a little bit about myself. I'm a veterinary nurse, and I channel animal messages from my guides. I thought it was a beautiful way for us to communicate with them in order to help kind of understand their needs and their wants and their, I guess, their little pet desires, because they're our companions. Now, these readings can be for, let's say you have a cow because you work on a farm, or that's your favorite cow, or you have, more of a typical thing like a cat or a dog. But it could also even be a past animal that you miss, that you held very close to your heart, or a childhood pet that you had when you were a kid. It can be any kind of animal that you felt connected to. It can also be animals that you feed, like ducks in the park, or he's holding my little, he's reaching for my hand. Ducks in the park, or birds in your backyard. Like I feed the birds in my backyard, right? For cat TV. But it can really be any kind of animal that you feel drawn to. I believe that animals are our guides, and they help give us messages, especially in, times of difficulties, and also in times of joyous times and things to be happy about. So they are truly a wonderful part of my life, and I want to be able to share that with you guys as well. And I thought this would be an amazing way to do that. So we have 3 piles. Let's get started. 3 piles today. This one is an iridescent angel that my mom got me. And pile number 2 will be this cute little frog. It doesn't mean that you have to have a frog. It just means I just was drawn to it today to grab it, to put as a pile choice. And the 3rd one is Angelite heart. So those are your piles, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon in the next section. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, pile 1, are we ready? I'm going to just set the little iridescent angel over here to the side. These are the cat tarot cards that we're going to use later on. We're also going to have some messages from your pets. I've pre-picked the Wildwood cards, the OSHO card, and the Spirit Animal card. And I just wanted to send out a quick reminder that to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to post a new reading every day if I can. Yeah, and also a quick reminder that, even though these might be a cat, I'm using the cat tarot, that whatever animal appears, it might be more that the animal is embodying that spirit at this time, right? Okay, so let's see. We've got sea otter, which is happiness. Sharing from OSHO. And the kingfisher, king of arrows, the world tree, and the knight of vessels. Well, I definitely get this feeling that you're the kind of person that, like, when someone comes to your house, you always have something available to, like, people to eat and to drink. And I get kind of a European vibe, or for another country, like somebody from not the United States where I'm at. Very hospitable kind of vibe, and you're a very giving person. And recently you've been going through quite a traumatic event. Either you've had to go out on your own and find your own path or journey of almost like of self-discovery. And you had to avoid, it's been hard because you're a really nice person, and people seem to gravitate towards you because of who you are and how you've been. And you like nature, obviously. And I'm getting this Knight of Vessels. I'm getting like some interesting characters, and I don't want to be, maybe that are just not probably the best people that you want to be in your life, that you've had to remove, like you've had to cut people out of your life. And because of that, you feel very alone. But you've really held firm in knowing that you have a path forward, and you've gotten a pet because of that, for companionship. Obviously my first instinct is a dog, because you can go on nature walks with them and see the birds, and maybe it's a hound or a bird dog of some kind. And you've put a lot of energy into training this dog, you know, making sure that you can take him everywhere with you because he's your companion. You like to go to the beach with him. You like to go on hikes with him. And he's really given you I'm saying he, but I guess it could be a she. I don't know why. I just instinctively said he. I don't know why. I just realized that. I'm sorry. That they gave you the courage to feel comfortable in no matter where your surroundings were, whether they were, you know, something that's new, or the changes that you needed to take place, or that you probably had to move, or wherever you went. Having this pet by your side helped you get through that. They were very loyal to you, and they also were really good. Oh, I just got this download of like, maybe they're also a medical dog, you know, like you have diabetes or hearing impairment. So maybe that was a sudden change that led you down to a new path. It could be. And you was very fearful, or maybe you're blind. But it was very fearful for you to, or maybe you got this dog for somebody in your family. It could be even something like that, as simple as that. But regardless, if this dog helped you, or is helping you make your way to this next stage of your life. And the reason I got that vibe, because I was like, they're a guardian, like they're guarding. I just keep getting guardian. They're guardian against people or things or situations that might create anxiety in you. Before we get to the tarot, I just wanted to read the thing about happiness, and they have brought a lot of happiness into your life. It says, be a master of playful living, release expectations, and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Okay, so let me get a quick drink there. Well, not the best shuffler, but it works. Now remember, I'm not reading in any reversals at this juncture in time. I just don't feel guided to. But that may change at a later date. those came flying out, didn't they? Oh. And then for clarification, we'll use the Light Seer Tarot. Yeah. So initially right here with the devil, you know, the devil itself can be like, not necessarily a bad thing, but just temptation of some kind. You know, I got this feeling, because I'm still getting this huge feeling of like this dog, this pet of some kind, like a dog, that might be a guide dog of some kind, came into your life, or maybe you're training them, came into your life, training guide dogs, came into your life, and they're helping prevent you from going down the wrong path. That's their job. That's how they see it. They see their job as your guide, a guardian, a guide to help prevent you from taking the wrong turn. They love you. They love you so much. They love working with you and doing things with you and being that person that's in your life consistently on a daily basis. And they know that sometimes you get frustrated, and it's okay. They understand why that you get frustrated and scared and worried. Because you feel alone. But they're there. They're there to guide you. And they really feel like together that you're going to be able to conquer this, you know? Or you have conquered it. You're like they're like they feel like this equal exchange of love, you know? And they make messes and they do things, but yet you're so calm and kind and loving to them. And they are apologizing for making a mess. Maybe they recently made this huge disaster of a mess in your house or something, or got you dirty or something like that, like jumped up and got you all dirty, or ruined something. And they're happy that, because they felt all this really bad energy that you were surrounded with. They felt all that. And they're so happy that you're cutting all that out of your life. And they know that things are difficult right now, but they're going to get better. And together you guys are going to have this journey together. Yeah. Let's get some clarification, because I'm kind of curious about this. Devil spirit energy. Woo! I'm really getting this vibe that you had to leave a circumstance or a situation recently because it was causing such grief and anguish to you that it was keeping you up and causing anxiety and that this animal came into your life and they've alleviated all those, that feeling, or they're starting to, that you're having this breakthrough of alleviating it. And maybe there was somebody that you were living with, or a person that was, you know, that you were paying to take care of you, because and it was difficult for you to make a choice to get them to leave, you know, or you were in a home situation that was very frustrating to you, and because of what was going on, and you were trying to make a difficult decision on, you know, which way to move, you know, to take this, you know, to branch out and go on your own, or if you should stay in the circumstances that you are, and you've chosen to go out on your own, to walk away, and to end this cycle, because you want to have happiness. You want to feel confident. Or maybe, whoa, I just got this crazy thing that was like, well, maybe it was like they were telling you that you had to stay in this environment because you wouldn't be okay on your own. But you knew that if you know, with your best friend, that you would be able to make it. This companion. And honest to God, really, if that is really what's going on, I really have to say that that's good for you, you know? Good for you. Because life is so precious and it's so short. And to waste another moment of your life in any kind of unhappiness or anguish, it's just not worth it, you know? It's just, and it's difficult to manifest anything from that kind of energy either. So you made this choice to focus on love, and to put all of your energy in this guide or guardian protector that you have in your life. And that's all you need right now. And you're okay with that. You're kind of surprised that you're okay with that, but you're okay with it. Because all this anguish is over. And you take little, like, basically, I feel like you left, but you just had, like, minimal things, you know? Because you're like, I don't want to take too much with me because then I'll have to be responsible for it. Or it was a way to purge something from your life, you know? Because you just couldn't handle this energy anymore, to be in this state. Let me see if there's anything else that's going to come up. Woo, almost lost him. Any other? Yeah. Huh. This is good. Can we see that? Yeah. So I got like it's like, so my feeling is that you've left this environment, and this support animal that is protecting you and guarding you, and is your companion, has really helped you to find this spark of manifestation, of and commitment to yourself, you know. And you're starting to feel like those beginning, you know, like you're just planting the seeds of and you've got the Six of Cups twice here, by the way. You're planting the seeds of like new beginnings and new vibes and new things coming into your life. And It's making you feel like the way you were when you were a kid, you know, when you found a new toy and you were so excited to, you know, or best friend really, a new best friend, and you were so excited to go to school every day because you could hang out with your friend, you know. And that's the feeling. And you don't feel as alone anymore. You don't feel as removed from society anymore. This animal's really changed your life, and you feel like you're indebted to them. It gives me a nice warm feeling, like, you know, sitting down watching TV together, having your meals together, just embracing that animal person human bond that we have. And you needed to feel needed again. You needed to feel valued. And this animal's just pet's doing it for you. Let's get a few messages from them. My deck is low right now, but eventually there'll be more. I need to slow down. You hurt me. I'm gonna put that over here. Ask for help. Don't give up on me. One more. Be patient with me, and I don't want to hurt you. So yeah, I'm getting this overall general older gentleman, sorry, I don't know what that was, older gentleman feeling, or, and you know, it does, sex doesn't matter. It could be male, it could be female, it could be age, doesn't matter. But I'm getting a person that really needs to have this pet in their life. Like it is definitely, that is this overwhelming thing that this pet is helping you get through life. In whatever capacity that may mean. In full capacity, meaning like they're a guide dog, they're a diabetic, you know, dog, hearing impairment dog, you know, whatever it is. This pet is essential for you to survive in this world, like without them. And you have gotten very attached to them. And of course, sometimes you make mistakes, or you guys kind of fumble up and make, you know, and things kind of get disjointed, because I'm feeling like the dog knows commands, but you forget the commands, or they're forgetting you're forgetting not the dog, but you're forgetting the commands, or the commands aren't clear, and they're asking you, that they're worried that they don't want to hurt you, they don't want anything bad to happen, and so they're asking for you to be very clear on your commands. Maybe you're training these dogs, but you're getting frustrated by them, and they're asking for you to be patient, because they're trained by a certain set of commands that you say or show or do, whatever it is, and you need to be consistent and clear, because they want their main priority in their life is to protect you, and they want to rise to this challenge. But they're a young dog, you know, and they get excited, and they're doing their best that they can do, and so they're asking for patience and for you guys to really work together and be consistent. Like I just got this crazy thing where it was like maybe you're talking on the phone while you're walking someplace, and then they're hearing the noise of you talking to somebody else, and they're confusing it when you're giving them a guide, like a direction. It's confusing to them. And so think about, from their, like they're asking you to think about it from their perspective, like what they know, what they see, what their job is, and don't distract them as little as possible, I guess. I don't know. Like that's what I'm getting. I don't know. It's crazy. And then I guess they're saying that sometimes you maybe there's things that happen that you and your companion can't do, and you need at that point to ask other people for help as opposed to getting frustrated, because the frustration, you know, isn't good for them and it's not good for you. And that's the whole point of why you've won on this journey, is that, and it's frustrating at times. They understand that you get scared, you're annoyed because you can't do the things that you could do before. But that's just change. It's inevitable, and they're asking for you to please, please, please ask for help because they don't want anything to happen to you. Yeah, because it's like, I'm always wanting the best for you. Ask for help. I feel like you're saying, I need to slow down. They're like, I don't want to hurt you. Be patient with me. And then maybe there was this time where you guys fell or some pain happened because there's like, you hurt me. Or maybe you got mad and you lashed out on them. And you yelled or something. And that scared them. Or you stepped on their tail or something by accident. But they're like, just don't give up. It's like you're both saying that to each other, like, just don't give up on me. Be patient with me. We can get through this. So focus on the good times. Focus on the happiness. Focus on all the love. Good luck, pile one, with your new friend. Hello, my pile number twos. Welcome back. I'm gonna move your little frog over here to the side. This is the Black Cat Tarot. We're gonna use these today as your tarot cards. I pre-picked the Spirit Animal Totem cards and the OSHO card and the Wildwood Tarot prior to save us a little bit of time. So we're gonna start with those. Black Jaguar, the old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. That's pretty. Suppression. A breath of life. Ace of arrows. Two of vessels. Attraction. And death, or the guardian. Sorry, my throat feels very congested all of a sudden out of nowhere. I have no idea why. Okay, so let's focus for a second. I'm really getting the vibe of the closing of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, love coming into play. And I'm getting an animal that maybe was rescued of some kind. It could be, obviously I'm getting a cat energy because of the Black Jaguar, but it really could be any rescue. And I'm also getting that maybe they were like put into the shelter for a long period of time, or at a foster facility for an extended period of time. Yeah, and my throat, I was not congested before I started this reading until now, and I can feel like there's like a, like I want to keep clearing my throat. So I feel like maybe it could be an animal that was put with like a shock collar on, or that has allergies and feels like it can't breathe. Something of that kind of magnitude, or even just something that was took their voice away, like somebody that got their bark removed, their voice box removed on a dog. or even a pet that has a heart problem of some kind, brachycephalic, that has a difficult time breathing with a short nose, like a pug, French bulldog, anything like that, regular American bulldog that might have a difficult time breathing. Or even a lot of times people don't realize this, but you know, like small dogs with a regular collar being pulled, like being pulled, can collapse their trachea. So I'm getting that feeling. Let's move on. But I'm feeling that this animal was bound or caged or boxed into an environment that was very painful and caused them to suffer a lot, and it frustrated them and it made them angry. Maybe they made them aggressive. And you coming into their life has created an end to that cycle and a beginning, and they are so grateful and so, I mean, it almost brings me to tears, happy and love you for that choice that you made to save them or be instrumental in saving them. It's quite beautiful. I'm guided to pull your messages now before the tarot, so I'm going to. These are little messages that I made myself to help support the reading from your animal. Definitely, I initially thought it was a cat, but as I went through it, I definitely feel like it could potentially be a dog too. No, don't give up on me. That came out in the reading prior. We are doing our best. Yeah, I'm definitely getting an aggression, an aggressive situation going on here. I'm not ready to change is what I'm feeling. I need to focus on my health. Or you. I need to focus on your health. It could be their health. And I always like at that point to like to say that it could be potentially mental health too, like mental fear, aggression, you know, definitely could come into play. I got this overwhelming, almost taking my breath away kind of emotion of love that they have for you. Like it's making me go into tears for saving them. And how they're so grateful. Whew. For having you in their life. The Fool card. The Knight of Cups. The Emperor. You were like this knight in shining armor that came into their life and foolishly made an offer not knowing what you got into. And I feel like they were very, very much been very difficult to manage. But you have taken on the responsibility like a true hero. Two of Swords, Nine of Wands, and Ace of Wands. And they're slowly, I mean, at first they were afraid to relax and like give in and calm down or succumb to a more peaceful lifestyle where they didn't feel so caged, and they were able to let love in from another person, because all they knew was, you know, fear and aggression in response. And it was difficult for them to let that guard down and to accept that there was this new change of life headed for them. But you really went out of your way to make peace with them. And to realize that you had this potential, made them realize that they had a potential for a whole brand new life. You know, if you guys nourished it and cultured it and worked together, that they could have a whole brand new existence. They get to be who they're meant to be now, is what I'm hearing. Finally. Not set aside in a kennel or forgotten about. They get to be, I keep hearing they get to be a dog, or I get to be a cat. I get to run, I get to play, I get to be what I'm meant to be and who I'm meant to be. And they're so happy. They're so happy. Well done, I have to say. I'm going to add in some clarification because I really want to kind of maybe see if I can get a little more messages, because I have to say that was pretty clear. I don't read in reversals. I'm not drawn to doing that at this juncture in time. Whoa. We'll just put that one down below so you can, it'll be in frame. So we've got the Page of Cups, the Sun, and the Six of Wands. And it's like, they never imagined that they would be able to have this kind of life, you know? Like, they couldn't even, like, things were so bad and so difficult for them that they wanted love. They wanted a companion, owner, guardian, you know, that they could love, but they just thought that it was just not meant for them in this lifetime, is what I'm hearing. They thought that was for other dogs, not them. Maybe they were really bad, and they did something really bad that they don't remember, and they felt really unfair. And really sad. Gosh, I just got this vision of them, you know, of that, I believe it's China, where they have that dog eating festival. Like, they're put into those traps and those cages, and maybe one of these dogs was rescued from there in the collective. I'm not quite sure, but that's what came to mind when I was looking at that, of like why an animal would feel like they didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve that kind of love. And they come out very fearful. And they're so happy, and they feel like just lay in the sun and feel the warm rays of the sun on them. And it's like they couldn't ask for anything more. You're more than, like, their life now is more than they could possibly ever even imagine. They don't even know what to want or wish for. They have everything fulfilled, is what they're saying. And they love you. And they try to send you messages of love all the time, because they're very stoic. You know, they don't show a lot of emotion, and they know that that's a problem, but it's just from their history. But they're trying to send you messages all the time of how much they love you and how much they appreciate their new beginning. And they're hoping that you get them, the messages, that is. it just keeps bringing me to tears. And I'm thinking now that because I can't let go of that whole horrific dog eating thing in China, is that maybe that was smoke that was in their throat that they were inhaling from, you know, their environment. Such a beautiful energy that you guys share. And they say that they're going to get better. Don't give up on them. The two of you are doing your best. And they're going to get better. And even though sometimes they don't feel like they're ready for all these beautiful things that are coming at them or new experiences, like I hear like you took it very slow when you got them. Like you had decided to adopt them because you saw the thing online, or you know something about, and you know it was kind of a split-second decision. You didn't really know what you were getting into, and at first you got like overzealous, like, oh, I have a dog or you know a pet and I get to go play with it, or I got to go take it for a walk, take it to the park, and it was just too much for them. It was like, you know, it's like it was just too much for them to take, and they needed to go slower, back it off a little bit, and then slowly integrate new experiences together. And that they're really concerned that they're not everything, that they're not living up to what you wanted as a pet, and they're sorry for that, you know, because they're not like the normal pet that you can just take anywhere with you, like a golden retriever or like in pile ones. But they are so grateful. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, pile 2. Thanks for coming. Hit like, share, subscribe. That would be amazing. Donation boxes are in the box below. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm just going to take the angel light and set it over here. And I'm going to set the Wild Unknown Tarot to the side. We're going to use those as your tarot. I've got oracle cards from the Wildwood Tarot. I've got a card I pre-drawn from OSHO, and then you have the spirit animal guides. So let's start. I pre-drew these just so you guys know, to save us time. So the first one we have is the Elephant, which is greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet, and you can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Osho's card is Breakthrough. Fulfillment, 3 of Bows. This is the Wildwood Tarot. There's lots of wild in your reading today. 6 of Arrows. And the Blasted Oak, which is their version of the Tower. Whew. I'm picking up that there's been a massive, obvious change in your life. And for some reason, I feel like death of a significant partner comes to play, or death of the current life that you normally lived before, like you retired and now you don't know what to do. Or there was something bottom line is that there's something very, very important to you that you have now had to let go of. And it's caused a lot of sadness and grief that you've been kind of sitting in for a while, you know? Oh gosh, I even got a death of a parent. And you've been sitting in this grief, knowing that you're going to get out of it, you know, at some point, knowing you're going to move out of it, but waiting because you just feel like you're paralyzed there. And The reason why I really feel like it was like a significant other is because this guy or girl, I don't know which one, the moon's behind them. She's in a swan boat by herself, traveling clearly away from, like on a journey. And it's called transition. And so it feels like it's the closing of a cycle and moving away from something. And, you know, swans mate for life. So it's one singular swan that you're inside the boat of, you know. But this animal that's come into your life, this pet, has created the breakthrough that you've been wanting. Maybe you decided, that's it. I'm not going to be like this anymore. I've made my mind up and I'm moving forward. I'm going to go get me the pet that I've always wanted, because maybe your significant other or person that you know, is situation was not allowing you to have an animal or a pet, and you've decided now that's enough. I'm gonna get this pet. And you're operating from a state of like intuition with that, you know, because I can take my pet with me. I can, you know, or gosh, I even got this huge vision of a woman that always wanted to have fresh eggs, and so she decided to do her own chicken coop and have her own chickens in the backyard. Because she wanted fresh eggs. And she went and built the coop, and yeah. So anyway, moving on. Let's go to your tarot and see what happens. This is an interesting one because I'm not really getting the vibe of a specific animal, I have to say, which is unusual because pile number 1 and pile number 2 are very, very consistent. So maybe it's going to come out, hey, sweetheart. Oh, he's reaching for me over here. Popeye is. And I don't read reversal, so you guys know. Interesting, you got 2 of Wands. I'm hoping that I let go, sweetheart. Let go. I know. I'm hoping it'll come out maybe more significant. I mean, just a few animals, but they were so random. 5 of Wands. I know. That's Popeye, by the way, everybody. Giving me kisses. Well, he's like, well, it's because it's a kitty cat, maybe. Yeah? Yeah? You had to make your appearance, huh? Justice. Cats. Woo! That one went flying. Give me a second. Actually, we had 2 that went flying. 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. Ooh. Two of Swords. Choices. And decisions. Wow. So immediately, obviously we have cat energy, swan energy, star, fish, more feathers, bird energy. Also feathers is symbolic with angels, you know, like divine guidance. This is a hard pile, I have to say, because I'm only getting cats. I'm going to probably go with a cat. because most people don't have elephants, but they're so beautiful. Oh my God, they're so wise. There's a communal thing about elephants and family. And I'm getting this ongoing thing of an injustice that happened, and a choice you had to make of a situation that you were involved in or living in, or working environment. I don't really get the working, I get the home though. Like your home life, and it was a lot of competition and frustration and fighting, but trying to get a resolution when there's no resolution, and making a difficult choice, and making a difficult choice of making yourself a priority, and trusting in your inner knowing of which is the path forward. This is a beautiful breakthrough, I mean, that you're having. And maybe the choice was also like, do you take, like maybe you had to leave this environment, and in order for you to leave or put an end to the situation, you knew that you were going to have to take, the family dog or the family cat with you. And that was going to be difficult for the other person. And for the pets, because, certain pets, like for instance, if it is a cat, energy, obviously I have cats, and they become very attached to specific people sometimes. They choose people that are their person. And to eliminate an energy from their environment can sometimes be, that could obstruct a male cat, it can cause severe depression in an animal, and that makes it difficult. So there's like, I see somebody weighing all these options, and ultimately having to make the choice that they needed to put themselves first for once, that they sacrificed enough, because it wasn't serving them, it was just like a recipe for disaster. Slowly taking away their fulfillment and their enjoyment. I'm gonna get messages from the pets in a minute. I feel drawn to grab these black cat tarot and help use it, because I do really feel like it's the cat energy, possibly. I mean, really it could be any animal, but I really do feel like that it is this cat energy. Popeye's obviously clearly wanting to play with my angel light, which makes me feel like there is definitely divine guidance here. Yeah, you really had to surrender. You really had to surrender to everything that you knew. I'm sure those things are going to end up on the floor. That you once knew. And you really had to see that's the King of Wands. Like, you really had to really get clear on what you truly wanted to manifest and to have in your life, what you were dreaming of. Like, you really had to zone in and get specific, and keep, also this arguing and all this fighting that might have been taking place, was not, ultimately is not conducive to a pet. It makes them very anxious, and they pick up all that negative energy, and that can also lead to a lot of problems. So maybe that was your ultimate final, in weighing the circumstances. Maybe that was the determining factor of whether you were going to remove yourself from this situation. And if that's the case, I know how difficult that is myself. And 5 of Cups come up, of course. Anguish. Sadness. Letting go of things that no longer serve you, really. Another Tower card, yeah. Another Tower card. Oh. And you thinking memories, a Six of Cups. Memories of past. But it's saying here that you have the foresight, like that you vision, you know, even though this is so difficult for you right now, pile 3, my heart goes out to you, that you know, you're in this state of like, you know, pause. I'm surprised the Hermit card hasn't come up. You're in this, and you know that this is just temporary, that this pain and suffering that you have gone through or are going through is temporary, and that, you know, and that they're going is temporary, and that ultimately it's for everybody's best goods, you know, good, because you can't, is that even, yeah, that's still on there, that you can't keep 3, you know, that's the Knight of, sorry, the Knave, excuse me, that it's exhausting, clearly, obviously, because I'm yawning now. The Knave of Pentacles, you know, you couldn't keep, you know, doing this juggling of emotions, of energy, where you're not serving, it was not serving yourself. I'm gonna pull more. I'm not gonna use this one right now. I'm going to pull from the Light Seer's Tarot and see if anything else comes out. Woo! I'll put that one back in. Yeah, I mean, stay strong, you know. Ultimately, you know, deep down that that this is the best thing for you, and your pets know it too, you know. They know, because, you know, it's like children, you know, happy children are better. Six of Cups again, you know, nostalgia, looking at the past, missing the way things used to be, but knowing that you can, Knight of Wands, knowing that you're getting stronger, and that you're just going to find your light, your inner light, you know, and stay strong. Look at me. There's the Strength card. That's beautiful. Definitely a lot of cat and dog spirit here. And I do have to say that they pick up all that anxiety, that inner turmoil that you feel, especially those ones that are super connected to you. And the Emperor. Wow. And the Hangman. And the Queen of Pentacles. Nurturing, kind. This is what you want. You want this person. You want this kind of person to be in your life. Again, you miss them. So whatever situation happened, you know, that you had to remove yourself from, or was removed from you for whatever, suddenly, you long for those good days, you know, those Six of Cup days of nostalgia. You know, maybe you've only been with this one person for your entire life, and you don't know how, oh, the Lover's card, you don't know how to not have them in your life, you know. They're old, like maybe you guys were soulmates, you know, or felt so connected like you were soulmates, and you can't imagine. Difficult choice. Two of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Meditate, quiet your mind. Focus on, give to yourself equally, you know. Take action, to take the actions necessary to rebuild a new life for yourself. I don't know if you left, or if somebody left you, or if a situation had to change rapidly, like you had to remove yourself from a situation due to toxicity, or somebody died. Something ended here that was significant. Maybe your work, you got, you know, laid off, or it just, because of COVID, fizzled out completely. But there's been significant life changes in your life, and it's been hard. It's been really, really hard on you. And now I know there's no clear animals here, but, and you feel, you know, like you don't know where to go, or you felt like that. But this, like this card right here, is like your hands aren't bound. You can take off that blindfold, and you can find your right path, and just trust that you can. And then in time, all that pain You have to choose, you know, to be happy. You have to choose to heal, you know. You have to make that choice. And I'm feeling that the reason why there's no significant animals in this reading, other than, you know, there's cats obviously and dogs, but I'm not getting a, there's a lamb, you know, birds, there's lots of bird energy. I'm not getting a significant, more bird energy here. Is that maybe you don't have a pet, or if you do have pets, you're not looking to them for love and support, that you've never really, or maybe you, there's lots of outside energy. So I'm asking you to please, if this is your pile, to please try to make more time for yourself, to please go outside into nature and you know, kind of look for all the, and the animals that you see. And I always do this, especially when it's an unusual animal. Like the other day I saw a hawk, you know, I live in Los Angeles, so we see hawks all the time because there's a bird refuge close by us. But he was just sitting there looking down, watching me as I was walking by, and he was on the top of a telephone pole or something. And I always go home and I look up the totem, or like randomly, because it's just an unusual animal for me to see, or like randomly I saw some bunnies hopping across this road, which is really random. And then the other thing is, like, I saw a donkey at the park because he's like involved in like this crazy, you know, trash collection event that's happening at the park down the street. You know, so these are all unusual animals that you don't normally see. But even if you see like an unusual amount of hummingbirds or an unusual amount of squirrels or something, that maybe they're trying to tell you a message. And so what I'm saying is go out into nature if you don't have a pet. If you have a pet, you know, really try to connect with them and have them help, you know, soften the pain that's like in your heart. And if not, if you don't have a pet, then, you know, go out in nature and find the animals that speak to you. Find the beauty that's all around you. And let that essence of and vibration of their energy, like, embody your soul, you know, so you can feel like you can heal and you can start to feel whole again. And like you can take out, I feel so disconnected and fragile right now, and like worried about trepidation and when the next move might, you know, make another tower moment. But go slow. Everything's gonna be fine. You got this. Just take one step at a time forward. And those memories, all those beautiful memories of what you had, of who you had, all those things, they're there to help bring you joy. And let go and release the sadness, you know, and celebrate the good times that you had, because that'll help manifest more good times in your life. So I'm going to get message cards now from, I'm going to say messages from the universe. Maybe it's your pets. Who knows? I know it's not an easy time right now, pile 3. I don't want you to be with other people. Ears hurt. We are doing your best. Or you are doing your best. Nope. And these 3 came out. Oh, heart chakra. I can't breathe. And I need your help. Let's put that up there. So, immediately when I pulled out the ears hurt, is the screaming that you might have been in, or the crying, or the fear. Or, you know, for instance, like people, I always like to mention this to people when it becomes, you know, fireworks season, but which is obviously past now because it's August, but you know, people are always concerned about a dog's hearing, and rightfully so. They get anxious and scared. But if there was a lot of pain, betrayal of some kind, yelling, it's going to affect the animals in the house greatly. And cat's ears are like way more sensitive to than a dog's ears. Dogs really are ran by their nose, you know. Not that cats aren't either, but there's significant more sound vibration in a cat's ears. So they just respond differently to fear than dogs do. So yeah, they're asking for that. That was really significant. They know that you're doing your best, and they need you. They need you to show up for them. They need food. They need water. They need a clean house, and you need to show up for yourself. You need to love yourself. I'm just would like to say that maybe if you feel so dark and in such a dark place, pile 3, then I would suggest going out and seeking professional help. Somebody to talk to, a grievance counselor, somebody like that. Even go out for meditative walks. That seriously have helped me in my life a lot. I try to go twice a day, morning and night. The activity clears like the energy out. Anyway, look to the animals, look to nature. And I'm going to leave you with that. Take care.